Connor Rodgers alongside Joshua Perry and linebacker Josiah Trotter from Missouri. Josiah, still just 20 years old. You're one of the youngest guys in this draft. How difficult was that decision making the leap?
Yeah, it was definitely difficult, just enjoying your time in college, it's fun being around those guys, those guys in the locker room. It's hard to walk away from, especially when you want to accomplish something, like a national championship and go to the playoffs. There's a lot of things you want to be accomplished, not just as a player but as a team. And it was pretty hard, but it took a lot of time just kind of pray about it, go to my dad about it, someone who's been through the process, my brother who's been through the process. So definitely thankful to have them, have someone that's gone through it, that can help you through it.
You mentioned your dad and your brother, obviously huge resources for you.
Mm-hmm.
What did they tell you about this portion of the process, going through the NFL Combine?
Yeah, not only is it, it's hard, but don't think about it, don't let it stress you out. Just go be yourself, enjoy the process. It only happens one time. It's a lifetime experience. A lot of people wish they could be in your shoes. So honestly, I just went in with the, mind of gratitude, just go and be myself, try to show teams, how I think mentally, how sharp I am, just try to help myself in whatever way I can, but just try to enjoy the process ultimately. Yeah.
Has it always been linebacker? Dad, obviously, legendary linebacker. Your brother's in the league right now. Is it like, well, this is who I am?
Yeah, we were pretty much bred for it. When I was younger, I low-key wanted to play QB when I was younger. I don't know why. Aaron Rodgers was like my favorite QB growing up. I would always do his dance, going around the house.
Yep.
And I don't think most people even know that. I just went when I was young, but we had to be linebacker. We were pretty much bred for it. He's like, nah, you're going to be linebacker. So I ultimately knew, I definitely wanted to be on defense. It's something different about playing defense. Being able to play that position, I feel like you're just a QB on that defense, and I just enjoy it.
How weird is that you could be theoretically chasing Aaron Rodgers around next year?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, especially if he comes back, I could be playing against him. I know that's someone, I met one time, when he played the Eagles before and got a picture with when I was younger. So it'd be crazy, now I could possibly play him. So it'd be pretty funny.
So you mentioned, all of your training and preparing for this moment here. I think it's a strange time because you have to continue to be a football player, but you're also prepping to come out here and show off your skills in the combine setting. What's the biggest football thing that you've worked on in this process?
Yeah, right now it's just, I've been focused on my rehab, just doing my rehab at this point, but also from a mental standpoint, want to be sharp, especially since I'm doing my rehab. So trying to be sharp from a mental standpoint, knowing that, I don't know just my job, but everybody's job, and I can explain it thoroughly. I know what's going on the offensive side of the ball.
We were kind of joking earlier today, but in all seriousness, the throwback linebacker is coming back, like the bigger downhill thumping linebacker, which your tape speaks for itself. You have that kind of mold, and the teams running the ball right now at a high rate need those guys. What vibe are you getting from teams of what they're looking for from you?
Yeah, getting a good vibe from teams, enjoying how I play the game, how I bring about my play, and just every single week how I play. And, they really enjoy the way how I just come downhill, hit offensive linemen, and just the energy I have, the violence I have, and just be to come in and be to lead the locker room, lead the defense. So, hearing a lot of great things and just knowing that I still have room for improvement. No player is perfect, and I want to continue to just be the best version I can possibly be.
The violence shows up in your tape, but you talked about the mental aspect. We're talking to you here. You're obviously a very sharp guy. You think about what you're getting ready to do. How do you impress upon teams that you have a mental edge over other players in this draft?
Yeah, not just only knowing my job, but to be able to not only just explain other guys' job, but explain it in detail. I feel like as a linebacker, knowing, not just your job is important, but how you get other guys set up, what's going on behind you, knowing your run fits, your pass keys, who you're working with, even in the pass game, when you're about to make a tackle in open space, who you're working with, So little stuff like that, but also, what you're expecting from the offense. Ultimately, that's the most important thing. You got to know what you're going to expect from them because that's going to explain your job even better. So being able to explain what I'm going to get, what I'm seeing, what I'm thinking, maybe why I'm doing a certain thing in one play from that aspect. But, yeah, yes, sir.
What's the day-to-day like for you right now? Because, Joshua mentioned it. It's a weird process. It's different. It's not true football. It's getting ready for athletic testing. So what has your training day-to-day regimen been like?
Yeah, so really for me, training just day-to-day was, just doing my rehab, doing the mental side of things, just preparing for later down the road, as I get ready to start doing, more running and stuff like that after my rehab. But really just mentally preparing, but then also just eating right. That's the biggest thing, just preparing for the stuff when you come here, making sure you're just eating right so you just can look your best ultimately. And so that's really just been my regimen.
Give me your hobbies. Like, what are you doing when you're done with the rehab? When you're done with, all the focus preparation? How do you unwind?
For me, it's bowling. Bowling's a big hobby for me. I was going to join a bowling league with one of my friends back at Columbia before the season started, but we had fall camp, so couldn't do it. So it's either like bowling, video games, playing my brother in Madden or something like that, or NCA, something like that. So for me, it's really like those two. Just unwind. Kind of just get away from the outside world and kind of just distress. Yeah.
When this is all over, you hear your name on draft night. Like, what's the cheat meal? What's the celebration meal? You finally get to let loose a little bit.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go get like a bundt cake, some type of dessert. I haven't had sweets in a long time, but some type of bundt cake, maybe Popeyes or something. I don't know. I'm gonna do it big. I know that.
It's like a multi-stop. I like that.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
Put a movie on.
What kind of movies do you like?
Man, football movies, really. Anything. Like, I'm big on superhero movies, Marvels, MC, like all that.
Okay. All right.
X-Men. So kind of for me, it doesn't really matter too much. There's a lot of good movies I like. Yeah.
Josiah Trotter, linebacker from Missouri, still just 20 years old, man. So excited to see your pro career and what happens in this NFL draft. Thanks for stopping by.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.